Every day, millions of people wake up with one goal: be happier than yesterday. They change jobs, move to new cities, buy new things, end relationships, start new ones, all chasing the same feeling. But what if I told you the human brain was never designed to make you happy? And the people who came closest to happiness never chased it at all. Somewhere in the African wilderness, a child laughs around a campfire. A hunter returns with food. An old woman smiles. For just a few moments, everyone is happy. Then, by sunrise, that happiness is gone. Not because they lost it, because evolution took it away. Why would nature do something so cruel? The answer has shaped every human life for the last 100,000 years. Today, happiness feels like something you have to find. A better job, a better house, a better phone, a better version of yourself. It always seems to be waiting somewhere in the future, just one more step away. But your ancestors lived by a completely different rule. They never woke up asking, how can I be happier today? They woke up asking, will we survive today? That sounds miserable. It sounds like they should have been stressed every second of their lives. But that's where this story takes a strange turn, because the human brain doesn't reward happiness. It rewards survival, and those are not the same thing. Imagine waking up 100,000 years ago. There is no alarm clock, no calendar, no meetings, no emails, no weekend to look forward to. The sun rises, you wake up, and almost immediately your brain starts looking for one thing: food. Not because food is delicious, because food means another day alive. A group leaves the camp. Some carry wooden spears, others gather berries. Children stay close to the older members of the tribe. Nobody says, let's go be happy. But something interesting happens. A hunter finally catches an animal. The whole group eats, people laugh, children play, everyone relaxes. For a little while, life feels good. That feeling wasn't an accident. It was a reward. Your brain was saying, do this again. Not because it cared about your happiness, because it cared about your survival. And once the lesson was learned, the reward slowly faded. Think about your favorite meal. The first bite is amazing. The 10th bite, not so much. That's your brain doing exactly what it evolved to do. If every bite felt just as exciting forever, you would never stop eating. You would stop paying attention to everything else. So your brain keeps moving, always pushing you toward the next goal. That sounds frustrating, but imagine the opposite. Imagine finding one deer, feeling completely satisfied, and deciding you never needed to hunt again. That tribe wouldn't last very long. Suddenly, the disappearing feeling starts making sense. Nature wasn't trying to make you unhappy. It was trying to keep you moving. The same thing happened everywhere. A family builds a shelter. For one night, they feel safe. Then the brain notices a hole in the roof, a strange sound outside, a stronger place to sleep. The feeling of safety fades, not because the shelter failed, because stopping improvement could be dangerous. The same rule follows them everywhere. Find water, feel relief, then look for tomorrow's water, escape a predator, feel alive, then watch the trees again, make a friend, feel accepted, then protect the friendship. Your brain keeps asking one question: what helps us survive next? It almost never asks, are we happy enough? That question belongs to us, not to them. And yet, something doesn't fit. If evolution only cared about survival, why make laughter feel good? Why make love feel good? Why make friendship feel good? Why let people feel joy around a fire after a successful hunt? Nature could have made humans work like machines, eat, sleep, repeat, but it didn't. Instead, it filled life with moments that felt wonderful, only to let them disappear again. And hidden inside that strange decision is the reason modern humans spend their entire lives chasing something that never seems to stay. Nature had discovered something powerful. Pain can keep you alive, but pleasure can move you even faster. Think about a child. Nobody teaches a baby to smile. Nobody explains laughter. It just happens. Long before we built cities, long before we invented money, your brain already knew which moments were worth repeating. A sweet fruit, a warm fire, a familiar face, a safe place to sleep. Every one of those moments released a tiny reward, not because nature wanted you to feel good, because it wanted you to come back again and again. Then humans changed, slowly, one generation at a time. We stopped moving from place to place. We built villages, then cities, then entire civilizations. For the first time, survival became easier. Food could be stored. Homes became stronger. Predators became rarer. But our brains never got the update. They were still running the same ancient program. That's why something strange happens today. You finish one goal. For a moment, it feels amazing. Then the feeling disappears. You think the problem is the goal, so you chase another one. A bigger house, a better job, more money, more followers, a newer car. Each one gives you the same promise. This time, it will last. It never does. Not because you're broken, because your brain thinks your work isn't finished yet. Imagine if ancient hunters stayed excited forever after catching one deer. Nobody would hunt tomorrow. Imagine if finding one water source made them completely satisfied. Nobody would search for another. Imagine if making one friend was enough forever. Nobody would build a tribe. Civilization would never happen. The feeling had to fade. Otherwise, humans would stop growing. That sounds cruel, until you realize the same system also gave us almost everything we have today. Every discovery, every invention, every journey across an ocean, every new idea. Someone looked at what they already had, and their brain whispered, "Keep going." The same voice that built civilization also keeps people restless. One small change in your brain changed the entire human story. But here's something even stranger. If ancient humans weren't chasing happiness, what exactly were they chasing? Picture the camp again. Nobody owns anything. Nobody has a 5-year plan. Nobody is trying to become successful. The tribe wakes up. Food needs to be found. Children need protection. Tools need repair. Someone is injured. Someone needs help carrying wood. Everybody has something to do. Nobody calls it purpose. It is simply life. And without realizing it, they spend the entire day doing the exact things that activate the reward system inside the human brain. Moving, working together, solving problems, learning, exploring, helping family, sharing food, sitting together around a fire. Today, many people chase happiness directly. Your ancestors chased none of it. They chased food, shelter, safety, family. The happiness arrived on its own, like a shadow following them. That doesn't mean their lives were easy. Far from it. Many children never reached adulthood. Injuries could become deadly. A single bad season could destroy an entire tribe. Life was dangerous. But danger wasn't every minute. There were long evenings around fires, stories told under the stars, children laughing, friends joking after a successful hunt, quiet mornings watching the sun rise. Those moments mattered, not because they lasted forever, because they didn't. Your brain remembers contrast, relief after fear, warmth after cold, food after hunger, safety after danger. Without the difficult moments, the good ones lose their meaning. That's another reason happiness fades. Your brain is constantly comparing today with yesterday. If every day felt amazing, eventually, amazing would become normal. Normal would become invisible. That's why the richest people can still feel empty, and why someone with almost nothing can still smile around a campfire. The feeling isn't created by having more. It's created by your brain noticing something better than before. That realization changes everything, because maybe the question was never, how do I become happy? Maybe the better question is, what was happiness trying to reward in the first place? Maybe that's the question our ancestors answered without ever asking it. They didn't chase happiness. They chased the things that happiness was built to reward. That's a huge difference. Imagine giving a prehistoric hunter 2 choices. The first, sit under a tree forever, never feel pain again, never feel hunger, never face another challenge. The second, wake up tomorrow, track an animal for miles, miss, try again, finally succeed, return to the tribe with food. Which life would his brain choose? The second one, every single time. Not because it was easier, because the journey itself activated the reward. Modern life changed the game. For almost all of human history, food was hard to find. Today, it's one swipe away. Friends once lived a few steps from your shelter. Today, you can have thousands of followers and still eat dinner alone. Your ancestors walked nearly every day, not for fitness, because staying still meant starvation. Today, many people spend hours sitting, then drive to a gym to imitate the movement that used to keep humans alive. Everything changed, except the brain. It still rewards movement, still rewards friendships, still rewards solving problems, still rewards curiosity, still rewards helping other people. It doesn't know what a smartphone is. It doesn't know what a salary is. It doesn't know what social media is. It only understands one thing. Did this help us survive? That ancient question still decides what feels meaningful today. Think about the happiest moments of your own life. Not the things you bought, the moments. A conversation you still remember years later. Laughing so hard you couldn't breathe. Helping someone. Falling in love. Holding a child for the first time. Achieving something that took months of effort. Notice something strange. Almost none of those moments happened because you chased happiness directly. They happened while you were doing something else. Building, learning, loving, exploring, creating, connecting. The feeling arrived by itself, just like it did around those ancient campfires. Maybe that's why happiness feels impossible to catch. It's not supposed to be the destination. It's the signal telling you, keep doing this. And once the signal has done its job, it quietly fades. Not to punish you, to prepare you for whatever comes next. That realization changes the way you see history. Ancient humans weren't happier because life was easier. It wasn't. They weren't happier because they discovered some secret. They didn't. They simply lived inside the environment that shaped the human brain. Every day naturally included movement, family, purpose, community, challenge, rest, curiosity, the very things your brain still rewards today. Without realizing it, they were feeding a system that evolution had spent millions of years building. We've become incredibly good at chasing the reward, but sometimes we forget the behaviors that create it. That's why buying something new feels exciting until it doesn't. Why reaching one goal feels amazing until you're already thinking about the next one. Why your brain keeps moving the finish line. Because from the brain's point of view, stopping has always been dangerous. For a hunter, stopping meant hunger. For a tribe, stopping meant falling behind. For evolution, stopping meant extinction. So it gave us a brain that always looks over the next hill, always asks for one more step, one more discovery, one more tomorrow. It isn't trying to steal your happiness. It's trying to keep you alive. Maybe that's why happiness has always been so difficult to hold on to. Not because you're failing, not because ancient humans had some perfect life, but because happiness was never meant to be a place where humans live forever. It was meant to be a passing feeling, pointing us toward the things that matter. The campfire eventually burns out. The meal is finished. The laughter becomes silence. Morning arrives. The tribe gets up and they begin again. Not because yesterday wasn't enough, because life keeps moving. Maybe we've spent thousands of years asking the wrong question. Not, how can I be happy? But what kind of life was happiness designed to reward? Because if evolution is right, the happiest people were never the ones chasing happiness. They were the ones too busy living to notice it had quietly found them. Thank you for watching Vinta.